welcome back to the channel. This is General Zod, and I am here for another movie review. And I have gotten two surprising films that have come out of nowhere that I feel don't get the recognition that they need. Now, I already posted my crawl video, and these will be coming out side by side, but I want to talk about another R-rated film starring Dave Bautista called Stuber. Now, this film I went in with very low expectations, and I got pleasantly surprised. So before we start, I've got two rating system. Either Zod approves or Zod disapproves. Kind of like a thumbs up, thumbs down thing. So there you have it. Now, let's get started with my pros, cons, and then my overall thoughts. The overview of this movie is Dave Bautista plays a cop that has a partner, and in the beginning of the film, his partner is killed, and it is because he starts to lose his eyesight, and he's this badass, take no prisoners kind of a cop, and afterwards, he dedicates his life to tracking down this guy, Tommy Wong, I believe his name is, and you have the setup of this film. It is very hilarious. My pros are this. Dave Bautista and the Indian guy in this film are hilarious. The Indian guy plays to the PC culture that we are now living in, and Dave Bautista plays to the old school cops, the Mel Gibsons and all of that, who basically call him a pansy throughout this film. Now, it's called Stuber because the Uber driver's name is Stu, and he drives an Uber. This is started by a boss, and it's a great contact because these two have heavy character development. You see this Indian guy who everyone uses him, even this girl he wants to get with uses him, and how they all make fun of him. And throughout this story, it's Dave Bautista learning to use different things to his advantage because he's still dealing with losing his eyesight. He's kind of older. He's burnt out. And you have the Uber driver who's learning to stick up for himself and who's learning how to be a man, in a sense, which I find really hilarious. There are some scenes in this where I legitimately laughed out loud. Joyously, I bellowed into the air, and people could hear me, and I didn't care because the person next to me was laughing. I think that this is a throwback to those buddy cop films like Beverly Hills Cop or Lethal Weapon or any of those great cop films that we've known and loved. Now, my cons are this. The story is very generic. The plot twist is very expected. But they did something I didn't expect. And you'll see when you see this film on who they made the main villain responsible for Bautista's partner dying. And I thought that it was cool, especially in this culture. Also, some of the comedy was bordering on the crude, but most of it was tasteful. So you had a little double negative within the comedy itself. And, you know, the ending was very expected. But what makes this the selling point is Dave Bautista and the Indian cab driver, I think, are really what hold this film together. If you don't have them, then this film is just a standard run-in-the-mill action cop comedy. So overall, what are my thoughts? Zod approves. I think this is mindless fun that pokes fun of this PC culture that we live in. And I think that the left SJW blue-haired weirdos are not going to like this film, but the average moviegoer who wants to see some funny stuff will love this film. And to all the SJW weirdos, I look forward to finding you and destroying you. But anyways, that's just my take on this film, and I approve. Zod strongly approves. Go out and watch this movie. Support these products so Hollywood can get back to the good old days of what buddy cop films used to be. Thank you very much. And if you enjoyed this review, as always, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to contribute to world domination, hit that Streamlabs link and go ahead and donate to me taking over the world. As always, thank you very much. And remember the golden rule here on the channel. Kneel before Zod. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the Fandom Zone.